Hello guys, welcome back to EASYNOMICS. I have come up with another lesson that's demand. It's a very basic topic in the economics, that's base of the economics. Let's take a look at concept of demand. In economics, demand is the quantity of a product or service that consumer are willing and able to purchase at a particular price and at a particular time. So we can say demand is desire plus ability plus willingness to pay. So let's take a look at desire. As you know, everybody possesses various desires, like a person has a desire to dine in the Taj Hotel, or a person has a desire to buy iPhone, or a person has a desire to visit Dubai. Then the very important thing that can change his desire, that's ability. Ability means a person should possess the means to achieve his desires. And here, means are in the form of money. That is, the person should have money so that he can fulfill his desires, like buying an iPhone. Then, third, very important thing, that's willingness to pay. After having desire, having ability, the person should be willing to pay for the particular product like iPhone or dining in the Taj Hotel or any other thing. But you know that there's a person like his miser. He doesn't want to spend his money on a particular product. That the person has desire, he has ability, but he's a miser, he's not willing to pay. So we can say a thing becomes demand only when we have desire, we have ability, and we have willingness to pay. Then we can say it's demand in economics. So there is another key concept, that's demand function. We can say demand is function of various things. Function means demand depends upon different things. Like I have written, D is the function of P, Y, PR, and T. If we take a look at the first thing, that's price. When a person wants to buy a particular product in the market, first of all, what comes in his mind is price of a product. He watches the price and then accordingly he buys. You can see later on there's a law of demand which says that keeping other things constant, when price of a product increases, so consumer decreases his quantity demand. Second one is income of a consumer. Whenever your income increases, we demand more of a product. Whenever our income falls, then demand जो होती है वो decrease हो जाती है. Then we have the PR, that's price of related goods. It's another very important thing, that's price of the related goods in the market. As you know, there are different products in the market, like we have particular X brand soap, then we have Y brand soap. So what's going on, if the price of X brand of the soap increases, then we can substitute that product with Y. Then if we talk about related goods, we have two types of related goods, that are substitutes and complements. We'll take a look at them later on. Then we have the tastes and preferences of a consumer. Tastes and preferences also tastes and preferences also create demand. Like when the tastes and preference of a consumer change, we can give a good example here. In the past there was no demand for fast food, but right now the taste and preference of the people are changed. That's why you see fast food chains are booming and there's greater demand for those products like pizza, etc. It's based on taste and preferences of a consumer. Apart from that, there are future expectations. As you know, person thinks that in future there'll be a war at a particular place, then he buys different products. उनकी quantity वो बहुत ज़्यादा buy करता है because he knew that in the future इसका price increase हो सकता है. We can say future expectations. And apart from that, seasons are also playing an important role. Like there is winter going on right now, then there is a more demand for the woolens. In the same way, during rainy season there's more demand for the umbrellas. So demand is the function of various things, so we can say there are determinants of demand, like we have price of a good, income of a consumer, price of related goods, taste and preferences, future expectations. In the same way, seasons or festivals. Festivals can also play an important role during Diwali or during the Sera or any other festival. There is higher demand of different products like washing machines, like other electronic gadgets, clothing, sweets, etc. So festivals also play a vital role in demand. Another important thing, that is demand schedule. It's very important thing. Like it's simply the tabular representation of price and quantity demand of a good. Whatever is being purchased in the market, उसकी quantity and price के हिसाब से हम देखते हैं, then we are putting that in the table that's called demand schedule. Like it can show you when the price of a product is 6, quantity demand is 10. When the price falls to 5, demand increase to 20. In the same way, price is falling again, it's up to 4, then demand is 30. In the same way, price is dipping down, it reached to 1, and during that time demand is 80. So we can say demand schedule is the tabular representation of price and quantity demand of a good. Then we can make market demand schedule in the same way. We can add more columns, like it's the quantity q1, then I can add q2, like he buys 10 units, this another person q3 he buys more than we can say 5 units, he buys 11, he buys 6, then we can add them, we can get market demand schedule. That's 15 here, plus 10, that's 25. Here we can add, that's 20, plus that might be 17, that is 37. It will be called market demand schedule. It's easy to understand, simply we can say it's a tabular representation. Now there's demand curve. Demand curve is the graphic representation of demand schedule. Whatever we have seen in the schedule, we will put that graphically. Like in the x-axis we'll put quantity demand, in the y-axis we'll put price. So we get a curve that's called demand curve. As you might know it, that demand curve shows negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. So you can say why it shows negative relationship, because whenever the price increases, okay, demand decreases. Here I can decrease the price, then quantity demand increased. I can decrease again. Here I can increase the price, quantity demand is like this. Here I can decrease the price, quantity demand will be more, because the area is more. It depends upon demand curve. Demand curve is graphic representation simply of the demand schedule. And one of the important thing that you should remember is it has having the negative relationship between price and demand. Okay, so it's actually law of demand that is being used, that shows the negative relationship between price and demand. You can remember the demand curve, it's very important thing in the economics. Like the price is 10, okay, the quantity demand might be for example 100, okay. When we increase the price, that is 12, quantity demand will decrease, that is 90. So as I told you, it shows the negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. So you will remember all this. In the next lesson we'll just see other topic. If you love my videos, so please you can subscribe my channel, and you can also share the videos for the benefit of the others. Thanks for watching EASYNOMICS.